After getting financial literacy, we exactly know why a particular person is saying this fund is good. So you have a scientific reason like why I should be going with this particular fund.
Tell me, how was it that you discovered the 1% Club?
Just checking Instagram one day and a reel from Sharan, which was slightly different. So I just happened to go through it and I just enrolled for masterclass, which was I think just after I started investing in some of the direct mutual funds, my XIRR for at least 3 funds have been more than 20%. So I'm really pleased with that particular number because in 1 year I've gained that.
What is one thing people should keep in mind while planning for their FIRE number?
I think starting early is very important.
Okay.
And knowing what your monthly expenses are is very important. Right now, what is happening is
Hi everybody. Today we're talking to Raj. He's 36. He's stayed in Bangalore for over 10 years now. Started off as a developer and is now a delivery manager at EPAM. In today's conversation, we look forward to discussing financial awareness. How do you start off? What is it that you have to do? What are the steps you take? And how you can basically secure yourself to achieve your goal. Hi Raj, thank you so much for joining us on this podcast.
thank you, Nehmat, for being the anchor for my first podcast.
Tell me, what is it that you do and how did you end up joining the 1% Club?
My name is Raj Trivedi. I am a delivery manager at EPAM.
Okay.
I have about 14 years of experience into IT.
Okay, so tell me, how was it that you discovered the 1% Club?
Yeah, actually, I was just checking Instagram one day, and there's a reel from Sharan, which was slightly different to catch your attention. Right, it was not like a normal reel. He was like shouting and telling about what is finance and how you should be looking more care about it. So I just happened to go through it, and I just enrolled for masterclass,
Okay.
which was I think just $200 in 1 year back. So that masterclass was quite good. And I was really looking for a product where somebody can guide me and I don't have to rely on somebody else. Actually, I started quite early. I started regular funds in 2017, which is around 7 years back. But then I made a mistake that when I got married, I stopped it. I started some 7 years, 8 years back. I had an agent who used to take care of the regular funds.
Correct.
And I did not like that somebody else taking control of my money because I have slight interest in finance. So I take care of my money properly, and I'm quite aware in a way. But with 1%, I got to know that I can do all this on my own. So
Right.
that was one thing which made me join this club.
Over the year, how did your entire financial mindset change? Like once you understood your true potential, right?
Right.
What was it that after you learned, oh my God, I had no idea about this. What was that learning?
One thing is like it is not that difficult
Okay.
if you know how to select a fund. So in the boot camp or in the club, it is taught to us like how to select proper funds. So that was one learning where you can do it on your own. Previously, I thought like you need to have some financial background or some kind of a degree to be an agent to prescribe some funds for you, but that was not the case. The course teaches us like very in simple language how to select a fund, and I could do that. So that was one great learning that I could do it on my own. And after that, I've never gone to my advisor back.
What were the changes you made financially once you discovered that, oh my God, this is my goal FIRE number, and to
Right.
reach this goal, these are the changes I have to make?
First of all, as I mentioned, I stopped my regular funds. I went into direct.
Okay.
So that has immediately given me better returns and more money in my hand.
Okay.
And then I calculated my FIRE number based on my monthly expense. And after that, I exactly knew how much SIP I need to create today, so that after 20-25 years, I'm able to reach my FIRE number.
And do you want to tell me what your FIRE number is?
Yeah, I can tell you that. So it's somewhere around 9.5 crores.
Okay.
But I don't need to spend complete amount of my salary savings into that because I've already saved something.
Correct.
So that will also, that amount will also give me some returns. So I just need to save around, 5.5 crores for the remaining FIRE number, which I can achieve with a small SIP.
Great. Okay. What is your return on investment like in the 1% Club?
Yeah, so after I started investing in some of the direct mutual funds, my XIRR for at least 3 funds have been more than 20%. So I'm really pleased with that particular number because in 1 year I've gained that. I'm not saying it will continue further, but at least for the 1 year past journey, I'm happy with the funds which have given me more than 20% XIRR.
Where do you think the younger generation goes wrong? Like people in their early 20s who are just starting to invest, right? They're so overwhelmed with the whole idea of making more money and, understanding how to secure themselves.
Right.
Where do you think they're going wrong, and what do you think they can do instead to, like, avoid the chaos and actually stand apart from the crowd?
I would say even I have made those mistakes before 1%. Like we watch a lot of social media, right?
Yeah.
So on social media, you have so many influencers today. So we are calling them, and they're coming up with their own funds. Like okay, get these funds, or get such and such kind of funds. And now we don't know whether those are promoted or not. We don't know the logic behind those, right?
Yeah.
So that is one mistake which everybody is doing, right? Just going to YouTube, taking the top 5 funds and investing into them, which even I have done. But now, after getting financial literacy, we exactly know like why a particular person is saying this fund is good, right? So you have a reasoning behind it, and you have a scientific reason like why I should be going with this particular fund.
Correct.
So that is one mistake which everybody is doing and which they should not make.
Logical reasoning.
Logical reasoning, like it's mathematics at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So if you understand maths, like you will be able to calculate everything on your own, and don't have to rely on some influencers on YouTube. So, because there are so many nowadays, right? So,
Well, to be fair, you found Sharon on Instagram. So.
yeah, so I have to pick one at least, right?
Yeah, so you made the right choice.
Yeah, maybe the best choice.
Tell me, what was that one personal goal you've achieved after joining the 1% Club?
So I did not had one goal. I had like 5 to 6 goals.
Okay.
But I could take care of at least 2 or 3 goals right now with the help of this. So like I've taken care of my child education now. So I have saved enough. I have a daughter of 3-year-old, and her marriage also I've taken care.
Oh,
So
wow,
I don't
okay.
need to worry about these 2 goals now. I can
Okay.
focus on my other goals.
What is one thing people should keep in mind while planning for their fire number?
I think starting early is very important.
Okay.
And knowing what your monthly expenses are is very important. Right now, what is happening is we just take care of the normal expenses which we daily do, and we don't actually calculate. So I'm very mathematical and very methodical. So I exactly know how much I spend every month. So you need to understand your monthly expense and try to add some buffer on it. Once you have that, you will be exactly able to tell what your fire number is.
What I feel is like nowadays people do wonder that what is it that makes the rich rich and why are the
Yeah.
poor getting poorer, right? Do you think that there is an insight that you discovered that, okay, you know what, I had no idea this is how the rich were doing it and the poor would still have no idea about? Is there an insight like that you want to tell me?
Yeah, they do is like see currently I'm staying in a rented apartment in Bangalore, right?
Okay.
And I have always thought like maybe a rent of 70K, 80K would be out of my reach. But today I don't feel like that, and today I can do that even after taking care of all the financial goals. So immediately once you start living in a society with such high rent, your quality of life improves, right?
Correct.
And I would not say rich, but once you are in that particular society, I mean, you feel rich. I don't know what to say, right?
So we're breaking the myth that you
yeah.
need a certain amount of income to start somewhere. You can actually start absolutely anywhere as long as you just plan it better.
Yeah, I think so. Because I would not say I'm earning too high.
Correct.
It's just that there's just planning, and I think the planning is more in terms of numbers, right? So I have something. If somebody asks me like, how do you prove it? I can prove it to them.
What were the financial learnings that you majorly learned from the 1% Club?
One is again mutual funds.
Okay.
So that is like every year you can just review it,
Yeah.
whether they are doing. And second is like fire number is very important because life is uncertain, right?
Correct.
So we never know till when we'll be working. So I would personally want to work as long as I can, but you have to be taking care of uncertainties which might come your way.
How many people do you currently support financially who like are completely dependent on you, and how do you plan on taking that further?
I'm like my spouse is also working.
Okay.
But I take care of majority of the expenses. So she's like half dependent, I would say, on me. I have a daughter and I also have a mother. But my brother is also there, so he also contributes. So we both take care of her. So these are the 3%.
And where do you see yourself like spending all this money that you've saved and nicely accumulated for the years to come once you get it? What do you think you want to do? Like, let's say after 65 or after that age, you feel like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this kind of work, but I want to keep myself busy with this. What is that goal or what is that dream life that you're looking at?
Actually, I'm not planning for any dreams. Like I just mentioned you about 2 small goals, right?
Correct.
That is just going to take care of my monthly expense, right?
Correct.
I'm not looking for, I mean, there are different kinds of fire. I'm just looking for the basic fire number which you have. So at this point, I have not thought about like, okay, if I really want to do something, maybe I need to have a higher fire number for that. That's what the club says.
Correct.
So I haven't thought about it, but yeah, I mean, I just want me to be in a good mental state. so that once you are mentally strong, then even if your body is not supporting, you will be able to do whatever you like.
Basically independent.
Basically
all
independent.
throughout.
Yeah, that's all.
That's great. Perfect. Thank you so much. I think this was a great learning from you, and I'm forever in debt
Yeah.
for the knowledge that you've shared with me.